Stadium, home of the North Carolina Tar Heels, and basketball may be in the blood, but football is certainly in the soul. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the North Carolina Tar Heels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Tar Heels will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. So the TCU Horned Frogs offense is on the field for the first time today. And this big fella can beat you in a number of different ways in the passing game, David.
Yeah, so much fun to have a guy that I can rely on, that can beat guys over the middle of the field, that can beat man-to-man coverage. This guy's the ultimate weapon.
And I love that this guy has an awesome catch radius. You don't have to be perfect as a quarterback when you throw to him. He can make you look good.
At the 35, he's loose. Off to the races to the right. At the 20. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the North Carolina Tar Heels offense has its first opportunity of the day. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Looking for space, it's Roberts. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect him to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? And the Tar Heels will bring the punt team onto the field. Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
Feeling some heat. And just too much on that pass. Too high, too wide, out of bounds, and incomplete. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat. And the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. he's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. They'll try the left side. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Horned Frogs racing to the line in the hurry up. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Only able to pick up a yard before he stopped, and now it's 4th and 3.
And that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
1st down for this offense. Quick pass on the jet motion. Crosses the 40. And it is a chunk play. A huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Yeah, and way to be creative. Way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly. Get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that 1st down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
They'll try the right side. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on 1st down. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Motion from the offense. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Basco. Working that left side now. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down.
And that's just inexcusable if you're on defense there, man. 3rd and long, you've worked so hard to get to that point, right? To put yourself in position to come off the field, and you're going to allow a check down throw to the running back to go pick up that 1st? Man, that's going to drive this defensive coordinator crazy.
Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
They lost ground on 1st down, now 2nd and goal from the 5. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the run. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, North Carolina! Getting set for the point after. Right down the boulevard. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Alabama opened up a can, and how many times can you say you went into someone else's house and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of college football should take notice. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Gets it past the marker for a first down, and that's the way we will wrap up the first quarter. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. And the Horned Frogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Handoff from the shotgun. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Back to pass, it's Hoover. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He's got it at the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, TCU!
And this offense gets on the board, and the first passing touchdown of the season, and I feel pretty confident saying the first of many. This offense looks like they're in a good rhythm, and this passing attack's going to be hard to stop.
And they tacked on the extra point. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Running back searching for a hole. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Out of the gun to give to the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Lofts one high and deep. He's got it down the right side. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
And this defense is going to have their hands full, because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
The Tar Heels are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw, it's Vasco. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped.
Deep shot for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Didn't get enough to move the sticks, but enough to leave them with the decision.
And the defense did a great job understanding the sticks, rallying to the football, getting them on the ground. And you're right, Reese, 4th and short, that means decision time, or for us, green light. Go for it.
Man, when I was at Florida, Steve Spurrier would wait for this opportunity in a game 4th and inches, and he'd signal in Red Snoopy. Quarterback sneak. It works every time.
They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Going to the run, it's Roberts. Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. The short hands, it's Roberts. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. And this offense has a chance to pull even as we get deep in the first half. Defense trying to hold on to the lead. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, and I love running the football down the red zone. You've got to be able to do it. And first down, obviously, is the right down to do it. But now limits the options a little bit more. 2nd down after that loss of yards play.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. To throw, it's Vasco. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And he's got it! Touchdown, UNC!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And he makes the extra point. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Using the quick game.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, never complain.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. Looking to throw for it. Pocket starts, and the ball is loose and live in the backfield. And the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. There is little that warms the heart of a defender like a strip sack. Even better if you get the ball.
And I like the awareness of this defender on the play because he knew he might not actually get to the quarterback and make the hit, but he was able to still swat away, use those long arms to create the turnover.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, North Carolina.
Line gets set, 1st down. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
They'll put the tight end in motion. Back to throw, it's Vasco. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Tar Heels!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
24, TCU.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he won't quite make it back to the 20-yard line as he goes out of bounds at the 19. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sidelines. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking for room, it's Payne. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Just enough time to get off one more snap. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Makes the grab along the sidelines, but it'll be a little short of the first down. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Chapel Hill. What a fine performance we've seen. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between 3rd down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Kenan Memorial Stadium.
Will boot it away to start the second half. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Single back formation, and they give it to it. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
To the ground. He's got it again. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Basco. Shows him the stiff arm. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Just beautiful. That's a great feeling as a quarterback when you make that throw. It keeps your offense on the field, keeps the offense in rhythm. Obviously not as good as throwing a touchdown pass, but I'll tell you this. Way better than having to trot off over to the bench and wait for your turn to get another shot.
Looking for a huge play. And that pass intercepted. Still on his feet. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
2nd down coming up. Looking for a gap. It's Payne. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. They're getting this guy lathered up. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Horned Frogs come to the line in the hurry-up. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Got it behind the line. It's Payne. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
This offense has a 2nd down play.
Well, this defense is extremely disciplined. Right there, 1st down screen pass. It doesn't fool them. Nice play.
From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that 1st down. Trying to get to it. Working on the right. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Scanning the field, it's Hoover. Got it! On the defense, shoves him out of bounds at the 2.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
No good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
That's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
All kinds of running room. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or game tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
From the gun, running back gets to give. And that stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it and picks up a first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Okay, ready? And the Tar Heels with the 1st and 10.
Let's go!
The back goes in motion. Fights off a defender. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's a bad sign on offense when you have that many people running free at your running back. That means guys up front aren't getting their blocks. Just too many hats getting to the ball carrier. I love his effort, making multiple guys miss, but still, it's a negative play.
Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. With jet sweep pass. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside. Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of the spot.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Dropping back, it's Hoover. Just a short pass to the tight end. How about this backer impact? Bringing the big hit stick with him, too. Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward, because losing this game in week 1, all the detractors, all the naysayers, that noise is going to get louder. That hot seat is getting even hotter, and I think all... program now, David, seeing how they turn the page and move on from this.
And I give you Exhibit A. Jesse Palmer just turned up the hot seat. All eyes are on them. They got to win. They got to do this. Starting off on the wrong foot. This is exactly what happens. It becomes a distraction. We're going to find out how good of a coach he is, and we're going to find out how loyal these fans are really quickly in this season.
And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Here's the handoff. Pushing ahead, a tough run, picks up 4, it's down at the 15. The Horned Frogs headed quickly to the line. On second down, wants to throw. He's got it on the run. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. And the Horned Frogs will try to put one on the board on first and goal. He wants to throw it. He makes a grab. And he was dying to push his way in there, but he's knocked down at the 3. And they want this defense spread out across the width of the field, 5 wide on second and goal. Pressure coming. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. They'll come to the line just trying to keep their hope alive on third and goal. Pushes toward the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
TCU.
That big score makes the end of this game very interesting.
No doubt the offense got what they needed. More work to do, but you had to get this part accomplished first.
And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
TCU 21.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. Be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's second and 3. He's got it out to the 37 after gaining 5.
An offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
They've got it at the 37. It's first and 10. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. Ordinarily on second and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. This third down play might be the last chance for this defense to stay in the game. Looking to throw, it's Basco. Fires to the right. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The Tar Heels will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting. If they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, and score again, David, they would have all of that momentum on their side.
And there's nothing about momentum that you can quantify. Like, I don't understand it, but once it gets going in one direction, a lot of times it's so hard to swing it back the other direction. The momentum.
Fires and picked off. Got room on the return. He's at the 10. Touchdown, North Carolina. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They're starting to feel a little desperation here, David. They just can't press yet.
Hey, it's go time. We got to put some drives together, down multiple possessions, Jesse. We don't have any time to waste.
Yeah, so at this point of the game, your best players have to touch the football. You've got to dial up plays, getting your biggest playmakers involved now if you're going to win this game.
Now on second down. Looking to pass. It's Hoover. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third and long, try to convert through the air. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's fourth and long. Like, it's one thing if it's fourth and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. The Horned Frogs will snap it on first and 10. He wants to throw. Makes the catch and steps out of bounds, but short of the first down marker. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can.
Third down.
Sixth play of the drive coming up. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Complete to the left. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
The pass is incomplete. It leads to second down.
They'll line up for a second down play. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Dropping back, it's Hoover. Throws to the tight end. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. And the Horned Frogs want to move quickly. Double time, hustling to the line. They spike it to stop the clock.
Brings up second down.
Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. He looks that one in nicely. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. The Horned Frogs look to do some damage in the red zone. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Between the uprights, it's good.
That makes the score. North Carolina.
Just over 20 seconds to play. They must recover this onside kick to have a chance. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This